Hello and welcome to week 3. So hopefully you have found some kind of routine that works for you as you are taking this course this summer. I know that summer is a lot busier for almost all of us because we're trying to have a summer, but at the same time are taking courses. And so it's just as important that you find the time during your week to make sure that you're devoting the time necessary in order to get the readings and the assignments done for this course. So whether or not you're a morning person like I am, who likes to just kind of knock everything out in the morning so that I have the rest of my day, or if you're a night owl, either way, just make sure that you are finding the time to be able to get everything done. So this week is a continuation of what we started last week as we're looking at the unit on children's health. But this week we're going to go a little bit further and we're going to look at those children who have chronic illnesses or diseases. And so it's really important that we are at least aware of a variety of chronic illnesses and diseases that children may have who are going to be in your classroom. And while we're certainly not doctors who are trained to diagnose any of these, it is important to be aware maybe of some of the symptoms, how best to work with children who may have a specific disease or illness, and how to just make sure that we are giving them the best that we have. So this actually is a really important week for me personally because I have two daughters who both have life-threatening tree nut allergies. We found out when my older daughter was about 2 and she had had some trail mix, and within about 30 minutes she wasn't able to breathe, and we couldn't figure out why because nobody in our family on either side has tree nut allergies. But once we did find out about her tree nut allergy, it then meant that her whole life changed. We always have to make sure that we have an EpiPen with us. She is not allowed to have anything that we can't read a label for. And when it comes to tree nuts, a lot of times those are hidden in baked treats like desserts, and of course when any child is having a birthday, a lot of times the parents send in brownies or cupcakes or a cake or ice cream, and so children who have an allergy can't participate. And I can tell you from personal experience, watching a child be devastated over the fact that they can't partake in something is heartbreaking. And so even something like an allergy can affect children's health and development. And so it's really important that we have as much information as we can on these. Now, obviously, we're going to also look at some much more severe illnesses and diseases than just allergies. But regardless, it's just important that we recognize that every single child should have the opportunity to grow and thrive in our classrooms, even if they have something that medically may be hindering that. So what you're going to be doing this week is you're going to actually, you've got 2 chapters that you're going to read in your textbook, chapters 4 and 5, but your discussion board is going to allow you the chance to maybe become a little bit more familiar with one particular illness or disease. So when you go into our module for this week, which will be week 3, you're going to see that, as always, it's set up exactly the same. So you have chapters 4 and 5, and so I have attached the PowerPoints for you. And the medical conditions discussion board that you're going to be doing is going to ask you to choose one of the chronic diseases and medical conditions that's listed in your textbook. So not only do you need to identify which one you want to learn more about, you're going to be telling us which one you chose. You're going to need to do a little bit of research. Find at least one credible source, and that means that you cannot use Wikipedia. That is not a credible source. Pretty much if you want a credible source, it's going to be something that ends in edu, org, gov. but normally something that's a .com is not listed as a scholarly resource because anyone can post that. So just be familiar with that. So identify the condition or the disease that you chose, the source that you used, but then tell us, how do you handle that situation? So you can look at this from a variety of perspectives. You can look at educationally, what do I need to do to make sure that I have accommodations and modifications if necessary. It could be something medically that you need to do. Maybe you're supposed to be MAT trained in order to do this. I know that with the EpiPen at the schools, that not only do the nurses, but teachers need to also know how to administer the EpiPen. So this might be some good information for you to have. Again, make sure that you not only do your posting, but make sure you respond to at least 2 of your classmates in order to get full credit. And then the last thing that you're going to be doing this week is you're going to be submitting your growth brochure or flyer. And so since this is the first time that you're submitting an actual assignment, I thought that I would show you from your screen how to do it. It's actually very simple. And so when you go to our homepage and you go over to assignments, you're going to see the title of the assignment, which is Growth Brochure Flyer. So you click on that, and then right up here at the top it says Submit Assignment. So when you click on that, it's actually going to take you to where you can choose a file that you're going to attach. Just remember, you cannot upload anything that's an Apple product because my computer does not open pages or anything that was created on Apple. The great thing is that if you do have a Mac, you can convert it to a PDF, and so you can upload it that way. So just make sure that you upload your file and then you click Submit Assignment, and it goes directly into the gradebook so I can grade it from there. So I just wanted to make sure that this first week you understood, this first time you understood how you're going to submit your assignment. So make sure that that is done by midnight on Sunday. And so that's going to finish up our unit on children's health. Next week, we're going to move into our next unit, which is looking at safety. Just kind of a heads up on what's going to be coming. I will be introducing the observation assignment during that unit. So if you already know someplace that you're going to want to go, you can go ahead and make contact with them to see if it would be okay that you come. But as I said, I'm not going to introduce it until we get into that unit. So enjoy learning more about some of the medical conditions that some of our children face. And so I will see you in week 4.